Welcome back. So I'm doing this video because this is one question I have gotten multiple times from very close people, from people that are close to me, people that are not even close to me, and I just thought to provide an answer. So in recent times, if you're new on my channel, my name is Tomi Adenoga. I am a lifestyle content creator. I currently live in Canada and I migrated from Nigeria to Canada almost 2 years ago. It's like less than 2 months from now. We're going to be like 2 years in Canada. And looking back at the journey, it's been a lot. So I'm still new, but people are already asking me that, told me, are you moving back? Are you not moving back? And I understand them. This is something because I don't know how to say this. I'm in the middle and I see the way life happens to people in Canada. When I mean life happens, I mean this in both positive and maybe not so great ways. I've seen people that thrive in Canada greatly. I've also seen people that are still like trying to find their fate in Canada. I believe they would eventually will, but for now it can be like heart-wrenching. It's not a very good place to be when you're like still searching for a job, when you don't know what to do. And to be honest, I understand that. I see all that. I know that in Canada today, a lot of people are still searching for jobs. But for me, I always believe that everybody is different. I've still seen people that they come to this country in less than a week, they've started working. I have like 2 of those testimonies like right in my palm that they told me. So don't just generalize. So talking about all that, and that's why I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of preamble, because yeah, life in Canada right now, you see people complaining. Yes, that's the truth. And you still see some people thriving. That's the absolute truth. For me, I want to tilt towards positivity, even when it does not look like it. It's not as if I'm faking it, but I am a Christian and I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. I know that God can sort things for me. I have strong faith. So I tilt towards that. Even when things don't look like it, I want to believe God's report. So saying all that, it's now back to why are people living in Canada? And I understand why people are living in Canada. And because it might not seem the way it was to them, Canada in recent times, like before we came, most people were like, oh, come to Canada. Canada is like a land filled with milk and honey. But coming down to Canada, you now be like, where's the milk? Where's the honey? Where's the bread? Where's the manna from heaven? So that's how it seems to people. I've seen people in this country, 1 year, 18 months, they're still looking for jobs. People that come as work permits, people that come as students, people that come as PR. Like I have seen that. So like I said, I'm in the middle because I get to experience this from people that are complaining, people that need help. And I also see people that genuinely life is okay for them. So people also ask me like, okay, Tomi, with all this, where do you stand? Are you moving back? A few people have moved back or they've relocated back to Nigeria, not just Canada, people that are in America. Most times when I come on YouTube, I see people that not clickbaits, they've actually moved back or they are moving back or they're in the process of moving back to their home country, Nigeria, for example, because I am Nigerian. And so people ask me that, told me, are you moving back? And let me say, as at today, I don't know when you'll be seeing or watching this video, I have no plans yet of moving back to my country, Nigeria, yet. I am currently a permanent resident in Canada. I can live and work legally in Canada. I pay my taxes in Canada. My family pays. We pay rent. We pay taxes. We are paying our dues in Canada currently, so we can rightly live here currently. So, but people move back for several reasons. And for me, I've not gotten to that stage yet. And by God's grace, even if I want to move back, definitely to be for good reasons. It's not like people that are moving back, it's not even just for maybe like, oh, something bad happened. For some people, it's like, okay, the next phase of life, the next thing to happen for one reason or the other. And they all have very valid reasons. They all have very good reasons. I don't judge anybody, oh, because some people feel like, oh, you made me come. And please, if you're on my channel and you're watching this and I've in any way encouraged you to come to Canada, please do this because of yourself, not because Tomi said so. Because at the end of the day, everybody's reasons are different, very, very different. So I would encourage you, I would say things as they are. I would never talk down on Nigeria. I would say things the way they are. It's the same with Canada. I won't talk down on Canada, but are there negatives there? Yes. It's the same thing with Nigeria. So whatever you're doing, do it because you want to do it, not because someone else has influenced you to, or don't like, oh, Tomi is one that made me come to Canada. No, Tomi can decide to go to America tomorrow. That's just it. I'm at a stage of my life. It looks like I am roving to at this point, to be honest. And I'm saying this because when people ask me, are you moving back? No. So for my children, I'm living, or we are doing this for our children and for myself as well. Because think back of like many years ago, my children are getting to the age whereby in those days, this is the period whereby people or parents want to send their children abroad to come study. Do you understand? Either for high school or for college, high school, secondary school, college, university. You understand, right? My children are getting to that stage. My first son, especially, my son just turned 12. And we are getting to that stage whereby he's getting older. And this is the stage whereby you're looking at study in this particular place. I want you to study abroad, which is like what a lot of middle class people do in Nigeria as a den. And I believe people are still doing it, or people still have plans of doing it. Like, I want my children to have like a different perspective, a different kind of exposure, things like that. And we are getting to that stage. So I'm at a stage whereby this is the time for him to school. Do you understand? Moving back to Nigeria now is like, why would I do that? Like, so what happens to these dreams you've always had of your children schooling abroad and all that? So I've already come to the abroad, and it is a little bit easier for my child to go to this kind of schools that I've always wanted to go to, or I've always wanted my children to go to and all that. So I'm at that stage. I'm at the stage whereby my child is thinking of my kids, my sons are thinking of being in a soccer club, in being in a football club. I'm thinking of enrolling my child in ballet. I'm not saying those things don't exist in Nigeria, but let's say the truth. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Most times we like to like portray these things like these are the kind of dreams we have. I don't know about you, but well, for me, these are the kind of dreams I had even before I ever thought I could even leave Nigeria. These were the dreams I had. Like, okay, when this child gets to a certain age, he will school abroad. I've always wanted that for my children. My husband and myself coincidentally both went to private schools. If we didn't go to private schools, I'm sure, even though it was like a coincidence, we would have probably both studied abroad, which was like almost the norm then. His siblings schooled abroad. My own siblings schooled abroad. Do you understand? And so many of us are coming together. So it's not just my husband telling me that I want my children. Even me, I'm telling him that I want my children. Because we both met at, or let's say our parents, the kind of parents, our parents have like, or share the same like ideals. So it's a no-brainer for both of us. Like, okay, if my child does not study in this particular school in Nigeria, he would likely study abroad. So because we're abroad now, it's a bit easier because, and I'm the kind of person that I don't want to leave my child somewhere in Nigeria and I'm looking at, I'm not saying that is bad. People do it and they know how to do it well. You might probably have your children stay with some wards, some guardians that are taking care of them. But I'm like, there's really no need because I am already here. We are already here. So why don't we just fully execute that plan? So that's the way it is for myself and my family. For us, I'm just giving this like, this is what appeals to my family at this particular time. So exposing them to the things that I just want them to be exposed to. Does this mean that they won't go back to Nigeria? Well, of course, that will be there. I'm not saying I won't go back forever and ever. That will be there. But for this stage of their lives where we need like, okay, this is the time they need to have this kind of particular education. This is the kind of time we need to have them exposed to some kind of like vocational stuff. I want them to have that now. And I think it's going to be a bit easier because we currently live abroad. So for me, for my family, going back now might not work. Probably if my children were a lot younger, yes, why not? If they were like maybe still toddlers, I still have a toddler by the way. If they're still toddlers, yes, why not? I really want them to go to maybe nursery school in Nigeria and all that. But I am in between. I am a toddler mom, I am a kindergarten mom, and I am an almost teen mom. So my son is getting like, he's in a volleyball club, and I like that for him, to be honest. I like that for him. I like the fact that he's developing all those social skills, extra vocational skills. Like, we're always on our toes because of the kind of things that they do. My daughter already, they're already telling me that, do I want to sign up in a ballet class? And I'm like, this girl is just two. But I like that. I like the fact that they are, you can be busy with them. Music classes, French classes, this one. My younger son is in a science class. There are many things to do. There are extra things to do. And I like that for them. For me, education is not just the only thing that goes on in the four walls of the school. It extends beyond that. And I am thankful to my parents because they exposed me to a little bit of that. And that is why I see things from different perspectives. And I want to do much more for my children. This is what for me, I want to be fulfilled as a mother, and the same thing works. The same thing. My husband, in fact, we are both on the same table on these days. In fact, we don't even need to like over consult each other. We both know what we know for ourselves, for the children, and all that. And so this is the stage we are at right now. If I was to move, I might probably not move to Nigeria. My eyes are in the USA. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. God knows. And I'm leaving everything to Him solely. But of course, the kind of schools I want my children to go to, I'm also the kind of person that, oh, I want my child to go to Princeton. I want my son to go to Georgetown. I don't know. I don't know the schools, but there are some kind of schools I like. I like the American schools a lot. I like UK schools too as well, even though I live in Canada. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow you see me in the UK. Tomorrow you might see me in France because I want to learn French as well. Tomorrow you might see me in the United States. So that is my life currently. I want to have as much exposure as I can. It's all in God's hands, but the ones that are like what I can do with my hands, what I can do within my power, I want to do that. And that is where my family is at right now. So, yes, I understand why people might want to move back. I understand all that. Everybody has their reasons, but your reasons are valid to you and you alone. Don't let anybody choose for you. People can just guide you, but at the end of the day, it's solely on you. So I just thought to share my 2 cents with everybody that has been asking, oh, would you consider moving back? If what I want in Nigeria is in Nigeria, I would move back. That's just it. If for now, the summary is that what I want lies in Canada or other places, and that is why I would choose to remain here, God willing. Until my next video, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Bye.